Right. Okay, here we go. We're going to start this class from a seated position. Remember, this is Sukhasana, but if you need to modify, your knees are not liking this position, your ankles, your feet, even your hips, you can always put your legs in front of you. Just modify every time you need to, every time your body's talking to you. And let's bring the shoulders up to the ears and then softly release the hands down to your thighs or knees. Relax your elbows by your rib cage and lift the spine from the heart center. Let's bring the chin slightly back and then guide the chin towards the chest and find that nice lengthening in the back of your neck. You can have your eyes closed. You can have your eyes partially open, but keep the gaze down towards the floor. That way you are going to be avoiding distractions from the room, especially today's session. Today's practice is going to be about relaxation, going inward, deep, deep, deep through the breath, to holding positions, to noticing the body and the mind. So from here, let's begin by just noticing our breath, our natural breathing pattern, and just observe as we are not changing anything yet. Take your time, be with it, and just enjoy the miracle of breathing. After a few more rounds of natural breathing, let's begin to modify this pattern, allowing the breath to become a little longer and deeper than normal, but always, always without compromising the quality of your breath. Allow your breath to become full, relaxed, open, even, yet with attention and intention as you perhaps engage your Ujjayi breathing. If you feel comfortable with Ujjayi breathing, just slowly begin to engage that breathing pattern. Just slow down the breath. As you're breathing in and out, take your time to notice the spine, to notice the shoulders. Be aware if your shoulders are slowly coming up to your ears. You want them to relax and soften back and down. Release any tension as you lengthen the breath, especially deepening the exhalations. With your next deep exhale, guide the chin towards your chest, even deeper if you can, and keep the chin there. Notice the stretching of those muscles in the neck, connecting with the base of your skull, and keep breathing long and deep. With the next inhale, bring the neck back to neutral position. Relax shoulders and elbows again. Take a nice inhale, lifting from the chest. And exhale, lower the right ear to your right shoulder. As you relax your left hand down towards the floor, allowing the left shoulder to sink deeper, creating more space on the left side of your neck, and go back to your deep breath. And inhale, return the head back to neutral. Place your left hand down by your knee again, and then lower the right hand down towards the floor. Take a nice inhale. Nice long exhale. Gently guide the left ear to left shoulder and drop the right shoulder down. Returning back to your breath. Slowly return the head back to neutral. Right hand down. Take a nice inhale. And exhale, rotate the chin to your right. Look over to right shoulder and close your eyes. Soften the shoulders back and down. And keep your chin parallel to the floor. And deep inhale and exhale. Draw the chin towards your left shoulder. Breathing in and out. And inhale, head back to center. Lift the chin up to the sky and slowly rotate to the right, to the chest. Inhale, left and up. Same direction with the breath. Long, sweet, and deep. Making a perfect circle. Releasing any tension on your muscle of the neck. Mobilizing the cervical spine. And then going to the opposite direction. Deep breath. And return the head back to neutral position. And bring the hands to the heart. Let's reconnect back with that nice long inhales. Deep, full exhales. And as you inhale, bring the arms to the side in T position. Guide the shoulders, elbows, arms back, and draw the shoulder blades into each other. Stretch the front of the chest. Stretch the front of the shoulders, and then slowly bring the hands down to the heart center again. With the next inhale, flow the hands up to the sky from the waist up. Let's twist to the right. Place the left hand down to your right knee, right hand behind you. Look over to right shoulder and holding in position, yet your breath is still moving sweet, long, and relaxed. Nice inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand to your left knee, lifting the chest from the heart center. Look over to your left shoulder and allow the breath to keep moving long, full, and open. And take a nice inhale. Exhale, return back to neutral position. Draw the shoulders up, back, and down. A couple more rounds, releasing any tension in your shoulders, mobilizing the shoulder blades and the rib cage. Now, place your left hand down to the floor. Inhale, right arm goes up to the sky. Soften both shoulders and release the elbows. And exhale, move the spine to the left. And then guide the right shoulder, elbow back. And release and breathe. Press through the right hip so you get that nice stretch in between the rib cage on the right side. And inhale back through center. Release the right hand down. Take a nice inhale. Lengthen the spine. Bring the arm up and overhead. Flexing both elbows. Press through your left hip. And now the spine moves to the right. And again, guide the left elbow back. Find that nice opening on the left side of the torso. Slowly inhale, return back to neutral position. Now bring both shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. One last round. And then place the hands to your knees, elbows by your rib cage. So let's move into the cat-cow from a seated position. Again, moving with the breath. Inhale, opening the chest, arching the spine, lift the chin. Exhale, elbows out, round the spine, chin into the chest. Inhale, open the chest, the throat. Exhale, round the spine, elbows out, chin in. At your own rhythm, 2 or 3 more rounds, gently mobilizing the spine with the breath. And return back to neutral position. From here, please bring both hands behind you and do the crossing of the legs. Have your feet wider than the hips. And let's move the hips into this windshield wiper position. After keeping the hips, the legs in a very, like staying in position. Now we need to move the hips. Then drop the legs to one side. Hold it there. And then drop the legs to the left and hold and breathe. And inhale, return back through center. Now have the sole of the feet together. First, have the feet kind of like a nice space between your pelvis and your heels. Hands to your feet. Relax your elbows, your shoulders, and draw the chin to your chest as you guide the crown of the head towards the floor. And as you are holding here, stretching the spine from the neck all the way down to your sacrum, make sure you're not holding tension on the outside of your hips, inner thighs, the groins. Relax and breathe. And slowly inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Now guide the heels a little bit closer. Hands again to the feet. Soften the shoulders, the elbows, chin to your chest. And again, bring the attention to the outside of the hips. Keep breathing long and deep to stretch the entire length of the spine. And slowly inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, neutral position of the spine, bring the hands behind you, extend the legs in front of you, wider than the hips, and bring the feet in and out. Some rotation from the hip joints, moving toes in and out. And then point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Bend the knees around the spine, some farmer's pose. Draw the chin in. And from here, lift the head, lift the chest, and let's all come to tabletop position. Remember to protect your knees. So have your blanket or your towel. I'm going to give you a couple of options here as we come into tabletop. So you can have your wrist under the shoulders and the knees under your hips or your knees wider with the big toes touching. From here, we're going to sink the hips towards the heels, and we're going to go down to child's pose with forearms and elbows down to relax your shoulders, and then draw the forehead towards the floor. If you cannot reach the mat with your forehead, remember you have your block. Please don't hold your head in the air. Creates too much tension in your shoulders and neck. And breathe again, long and deep. This is a very safe way to stretch the spine, but also to go inward as you breathe in and out. Long inhales, 3 deep exhales. From here, lift the head, lift the chest. Let's come to tabletop. And if you had your knees wider than the hips, I invite you to everybody have the knees under the hips. Like wrist under the shoulders, tabletop into the cat-cow, moving slowly with the breath. Exhale into the deep angry cat. Nice long inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. Exhale long and deep, moving slowly, chin into the chest. Inhale, arch the spine, open the heart. 2 or 3 more rounds. Linking breath with the movement. And then coming to neutral position. Now, place the weight on your left hand, open and twist to the right with the right arm. And then exhale, the right arm goes under your left arm, releasing right shoulder down, right side of the face down. And you can relax your elbow down, or you can wrap it around your back if that feels right for your shoulder. And holding the twist. This is nice ways also to stretch again the neck. If you have your arm down with your lower back, bring the left hand under your left shoulder. Let's all undo the twist, tabletop. Place the weight now on your right hand. Inhale, twist to the left with an inhale. With exhale, the left arm goes under the right arm. Left side of the face, left side of the shoulder down. Forearm, elbows down, or wrap the arm behind your back. Watch your breath. And lower the right hand under the right shoulder slowly. And do the twist. Exhale, round the spine, move to child's. And when you get there, hands are coming to your left side of the mat, right hand on top of left hand. Soften the elbows, forearms, everything goes down. And it's a lateral stretch again as you breathe deep and long. Lifting the head and chest slightly away from the mat. With room enough to walk the hands to the right side of the mat, placing left hand on top of your right hand, elbows, forearms down. Now lateral stretch. Breathe. and moving slowly back to center. Returning to tabletop. Let's move into cat-cow again. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Deep exhale, moving slowly into the cat. One more. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into the cat. Come to neutral position. Tuck the toes under. Press. Let's go to downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And let's paddle the feet. Draw the chin to your chest. There's external rotation of the shoulders. And you flex one knee at a time. Keep the crown of the head pointing towards the floor. Soften the neck. And just stretch gently both at the back of both legs as you keep pressing through the palms, lifting through the hips, creating space in the entire length of your spine. Deep breath. Take a nice inhale. Heels up, knees down, top of the feet flat on the floor, rounding the spine and moving the hips to the heels, and then arms down by your side as you relax the shoulders towards the floor. Soften the elbows, palms are facing up. Take your time. Breathing in and out. And you can stay here. And if it feels right for your cervical spine, for your neck, we can come into a little deeper stretch of the neck into rabbit pose. So from the forehead, we rock to the crown of the head, lifting the hips away from the heels. And draw the chin in. Keep the breath moving. Relax your elbows. And then slowly return back to the forehead as you lower the hips back to the heels. Balasana, child's pose. Breathe. And gently rock your head from side to side. Return the head back to neutral. Hands forward. Let's come all to tabletop. From here, extend the left leg back and up. Flex your left knee and step forward with your left foot. Make sure your left knee is right over your left ankle and then slide the right knee back so you can stretch the iliopsoas, the hip flexor on the right side. Hands to your left thighs, elbows by your rib cage. Gently move away the chest from your thigh, and the pelvis and the hips are moving slowly to the front of the mat. Keep the crown of the head pointing towards the ceiling. Deep breath again. Now lower the right hand down and walk your left foot to the edge of the mat. Now both wrists under the shoulders, and we're sinking the pelvis and the hips deeper as we flatten the upper spine. Try to keep both hips even. And again, go into that deep, deep, full breathing. Now the left foot walks back again in line with your left hip. Both hands either side, stretching your left leg. Move the hips back. Pick up the ball of the foot and then relax and release the chin to your chest as you go into the stretch of your left hamstring, the entire length of the back of your left leg. Make sure your shoulders are not coming up to your ears. Release them back and down. One more round of breath. Flex your left knee, lead with the chest, and then bring the left knee back. Let's move to child's pose. Elbows, forearms down, forehead towards the floor or towards the block. Take your time. And moving back to tabletop position. Now, the right leg goes back and up. Flex the knee, step forward. Again, find the 90-degree angle on your right knee over to your right ankle. Now, place your hands to your left thigh, right thigh, I'm sorry, and elbows by your rib cage. And again, begin to move the pelvis and the hips forward. It's time to stretch the left hip flexor, shoulders back and down, and the crown of the head pointing towards the ceiling. Deep breath. Now lower left hand down by the right foot and walk the right foot to the edge of the mat. Both wrists under the shoulders. Sink the pelvis, the hips towards the floor. Lengthen the spine forward and up. Hold and breathe. And return the right foot in line with your right hip. Both hands either side of right foot. Straighten your right leg. Move the hips back. Pick up a ball of the foot. Shoulders back and down. Chin to your chest. Time to stretch the entire length of the right leg, the back of your right leg, but going back to that full breathing. Flex your right knee, bring the right knee back. From tabletop, let's all move back again to child's pose. Both hips even, relax your neck, your shoulders, your wrist, your hands, everything is softening as you breathe through your balasana. Returning to tabletop. Now we're going to go to dolphin pose. Gentle inversion, elbows down, forearms down, interlace the fingers, tuck the toes under feet wide as your hips, and then slowly lift the hips, straighten the legs, heels towards the floor and crown of the head towards the mat. And just breathe long and deep with this inversion. Relax your neck. Keep guiding those heels towards the floor to get them more stretch on the calf muscles, Achilles tendons. Heels up, knees down, top of the feet flat. Release the hands, bring the arms down by your side. Relax shoulders, forehead back to the floor or towards the block. Take a break here again. In your safest pose, child's pose. Go deep into inhales, long, full exhales. From here, inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, and just get the blanket from under your knees and place it behind you and the opposite side of the mat. So we're going to come to the front of the mat, and this is for supporting your neck and your head always, and the feet wide as your hips. And from here, we're going to go gently down. So keep your block handy here, and we're going to find our way down towards the floor slowly. Hands to your knees, relax your chin to your chest, engage the core to slowly lower the spine down towards the mat. Let's bring the hands to your belly, belly breathing. Make sure your heels are under your knees, elbows out, and just belly breathing here, long and deep breathing. Ballooning the belly out with the inhale. Exhale, soften the belly down to the spine. Feet off the mat, hands to your knees. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, Apanasana, thighs in. Inhale, thighs away. And just move with the breath. Now keep the knees facing up to the ceiling, big toes touching, and then open the knees out. Inhale, close. Exhale, open and close. Open and close. Open, close. Lower the right foot down. Keep both knees bent and cross the left leg over to your right thigh. It's not figure four yet. Just cross it over, and with both hands holding from the hamstring or the shin, and guide the left knee closer to your chest. We're going to hold breathing long and deep as we stretch the IT band on the left side. One last round of breath. And release the right foot down. Now, figure four. Place the left foot on top of your right thigh, and with both hands, again, holding from the hamstring or the shin, and just try to keep both hips even here again. Lower the right foot down. Let's come to the half happy baby. So left leg goes up, bend the knee, holding from the outside of the foot or the ankle. We're going to keep both hips even and guide the left side outside of the rib cage on your left side. Breathe here. And release. Now extend the right leg all the way to the front of the mat. Place the left foot above your right knee with your right hand outside of your left knee and left arm in T position. We're going to twist to the right, guiding the left knee to the right. And slowly and do the twist, return back through center. Left foot goes down. Now cross the right leg over to your left leg, fully cross, not figure four yet. And lift the foot off the mat, holding from the hamstring or the shin. I'm going to guide the right knee closer to your chest. Time to stretch IT band on the right side. Release left foot down, right foot on top of your left thigh, figure four, holding from hamstring or shin. And just close your eyes as you breathe long, nice, full and deep. Inhales and exhales. Lower the left foot down. Let's come into the half happy baby. Holding outside of the right foot, guiding the thigh outside of the rib cage. And breathe here. And release. Extend the left leg all the way to the front of the mat. Place the right foot above your left knee with your left hand outside the right knee. Right arm in T position. We're going to twist with a deep, long exhale slowly to the left. And slowly and do the twist. Right foot down with the right knee bent. Now left foot down with the left knee bent. Lift the pelvis, hips into gentle bridge. And then slowly release down towards the floor. Make sure your spine is in line. Let's come to the full happy baby now. Both feet up, holding from the outside of the ankles. And just try to keep your lower back flat on the floor and the chin slightly tucked in. Breathe here. And lower the feet down wide as your hips with the heels under the knees. Now grab your block. So the block we're going to use and restart the bridge either in level 1 or level 2. I'm going to go for the level 2 today, but just make sure that if you want to do that, that you're not having any issues in your lower back and that you feel safe here. The idea is to relax and soften, so not fighting with the pose. So pick up the pelvis, the hips, slide the block and place it in your sacrum, not in your lower back, please. And just arms in T position. And here, when you're holding in this restorative bridge, you're breathing, but make sure you're not holding tension in your glutes, your quads or hamstrings. Arms in T to relax shoulders. And keep the chin slightly tucked in so your neck stays long and you're breathing long and deep again. Now bring the arms down by your side. Pick up the pelvis. And if you're level 2 like me, everybody, we're going to meet on level 1 with the block. From here, bring the legs up to the sky. Separate the feet slightly. And then just rotate the ankles in one direction. Into the opposite direction. And then just hold it here as you feel your legs becoming heavy and light at the same time. Breathe long inhales, long exhales. Now from here, flex both knees, have the feet together, and then open the knees out in Supta Baddha Konasana. Place the hands to your belly. Relax the outside of the hips, the glutes, inner thighs, groins, and just belly breathing again here. And guide the thighs and the knees together. Extend the right leg to the front of the mat and then hug the left thigh into your chest. We are releasing here the right iliopsoas, your right hip flexor. Use your long exhales. And extend the left leg all the way to the front. Hug the right thigh into the chest. And again, concentrate on lengthening the breath in both directions. And lower the right foot down with the right knee bent. Flex the left knee, lower the left foot down. Pick up the pelvis and the hips, take the block from underneath you, slowly release it down, and let's do some Apanasana again to counterbalance the arching of the spine. Hands to your knees, thighs in, inhale, thighs away, exhale, thighs into the chest. And just keep moving at your own rhythm here. A few more rounds. And then thighs away. Let's make a little massage here as we make circles, small circle with the knees going in one direction first. Going into the opposite direction. And then bring the feet are in line with the knees and knees in line with your hips. Arms into position. Let's take a nice deep inhale here. Engage the core and exhale, slowly twist and lower both legs to the left. And let's have your left hand guiding the right knee closer to your left knee. Pick up the head of the mat and turn it over to your right shoulder. Holding position. Again, your breath is full and deep. Let go of the hand, arms in T. Engage the core. Slowly bring both legs back through center. Lower the feet down to pick up the pelvis into gentle bridge. Align your spine first, and then slowly lower your bridge down. Feet off the mat, 90-degree angle. Take a nice inhale, long inhale. Engage the core, and as you exhale slowly, we lower the legs to the right. With the right hand, guide the left knee closer to your right knee. Lift the head and look over to left shoulder. Hold in position. Deep inhale, some long exhales. Arms in T. Engage the core. Both legs are returning back to the neutral position. Feet down. Again, pick up the pelvis, hips into a last bridge. Align your spine nicely. Slowly exhale, release it down, 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 down. Hug yourself again, thighs into a chest. Stretch the lower back one more time. And then lower the left feet down towards the floor. Right foot goes to the right corner of the mat, and the left leg cross it over to your right ankle. Arms overhead, flex the elbows. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Nice inhale. And as you exhale slowly, we're going to move the spine to the right in our last lateral stretch. Inhale, the spine returns back to neutral and do the crossing of the legs. The left leg goes to the left corner, right leg goes over to your left ankle. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Nice inhale. And exhale, move the spine gently to the left. And inhale back to neutral position and do the crossing of the legs and bend the knees. Let's have some windshield wiper movement here. Feet wide as your hips. Again, align your spine, arms in T, rocking the legs to one direction. The head goes to the opposite side and we move slowly from side to side. Neutral position. Now extend the right leg to the right corner, turn the right foot out. Do the same thing with your left leg, turn the left foot out and guide the arms somewhere in between hips and shoulders. Adjust your shoulder blades. Take a deep inhale, side out. Ha. Again. Ha. One more. Ha. And you are now in your final pose. Welcome to Shavasana. This is a time where you're going to come into your full and deep relaxation, assisted by all the gentle movement, holding in position and deep breath. Let's finish. Practice or the physical aspect of yoga by going deep into a full relaxation, allowing muscles, tendons, ligaments, all the joints to find some opening and softness, relaxing and releasing all the internal muscles, internal organs, relaxing the teeth, the lips, the jaw. Shoulders are softening, arms, hips, pelvis, and glutes. The entire length of your legs, all the way down to the sole of the feet. Inch by inch, your body is releasing towards Mother Earth. You feel safe and light. You're letting go. Om Namo Namaha. Now very slowly begin to deepen the breath. Bring a movement gently back to the body as you rock your head from side to side, wiggling toes, fingers, ankles, and wrists. With the next deep inhale, the arms coming overhead, and you are pointing the toes and finding space in between each vertebrae. Nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, flex both knees, hug yourself, and then roll over to your right side and pause there as an extension of your Shavasana. Please don't rush, take your time. Now the head comes last. Slowly, please make your way up to seated position. And find any comfortable pose where you can keep the spine upright and avoiding holding tension in your shoulders or muscles of your face and jaw. Let's go back to that deep breath. Slowing down the inhales and the exhales. Allow the breath to become super relaxing. Focus on that. Return back to your regular breathing and guide both hands to your heart center in Anjali Mudra. And taking the time here to notice how the body feels, especially how your mind feels. If the feeling is of relaxation, stillness, and peace, both in the mind and the body, let's do our best to try to keep this feeling a little bit longer after this practice is over. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to keep cultivating in our minds. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet words to keep offering to ourselves and to everybody. And may our actions always be inspired by love, sweetness, peace, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very much for being here today. Namaskar. Thank you.